this has got to be addressed. What happened yesterday between the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks after the Bucks lost the series, they were swept. And you see Giannis Antetokounmpo in the middle of the court just watching the celebration from the Indiana Pacers. And very disappointed. Of course, probably 1,000 things going through his head. Emotional as it could be. I mean, his statistics were like 30 points, 20 rebounds yesterday. And I don't know how many assists he had, but I think it was over 10. The guy had a monster game, unbelievable game. And then you see, and I have to call it this, a kind of a disgusting display. I mean, Halliburton jumped on the table, celebrated. That's fine. Kobe used to do that. You're not in anybody's face. You're happy. You're in front of your own crowd. Fine. His father specifically comes out on the court. Halliburton's father. He comes out on the court, gets in front of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis standing there just peacefully watching, not doing anything, just watching, kind of soaking the defeat in to maybe get some motivation for next season or whatever. And Halliburton's father gets a towel of his son. His son's face is on that towel, and he starts waving it in front of Giannis's face, a couple feet away at the time. And from what Giannis described later in the press conference, he was screaming at him like, "This is what we effing do. This is what we effing do. We took care of business," all that stuff. That is just unacceptable, man. Very poor sportsmanship. I can understand Halliburton's dad being emotional and excited, but come on. I mean, have some kind of, I don't know, humility. That's what I would call it. That was just not right. A lot of people talking about this. Halliburton talked about him and his, he talked about it with his father, and he addressed it. He didn't know that was happening at the time. There was a scuffle at the end of the game because of this situation. It was just bad. I'm going to show you a video of it. I'm going to let you hear Halliburton address it. I'm going to let you hear Giannis Antetokounmpo address it. And then I'm also going to let you hear Stephen A. Smith address it. And then you could tell me what you think about that whole situation. And do you think Halliburton's dad should be punished by the NBA? I don't know. Suspended from a couple games, suspended from the rest of the playoffs this season. I have no idea. I don't know if the NBA has any specific rules for fans or family members on behavior or whatever. I know a player could get a technical get in somebody's face, but this is not a player. This is a father of a player. So I don't know. I don't know how this should get handled, but it definitely, I didn't like it. That was just, especially to a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. The guy is always low key, always respectful, always, he's got good manners, this guy, man. He's a good person. As far as I see it, he's a good person. He's been loyal to the Bucks and stuff like that. I mean, I know Halliburton has had a big mouth on him for years now. I remember them playing against the Knicks. Him talking, pulling out Reggie Miller stuff and, showing the choke sign, Reggie Miller used to do on the Knicks when they lost, and the Knicks were injured at the time, so they couldn't win with Indiana. That was like a year or two ago. So I see where he gets it from his pops. But his pops' behavior and how he handled it, and then, they're butting heads and stuff like that, and his father's doing that. Halliburton's father is butting heads with Giannis. That's just disgusting, man. I did not like that. I think something should be done, or at least clear rules should be set from this point on what kind of behavior is acceptable for family members of players and what's not. Because fans are being attacked for what they say. Fans, like regular fans, are being attacked for what they say. They're being thrown out of games, suspended for life from games for some things. What is going to happen here? I think something should happen. This should not be allowed, period. If it's a father of the main star on the Pacer team, so what? Who cares? There has to be an example made as well. I said, and I'm telling you, fans have been thrown out before, many times. LeBron James has pointed out to fans saying stuff. Luka has pointed out to fans saying stuff. Other players on other teams have pointed out fans with their finger, like, this guy is bothering me or said something disgusting or whatever. They've been thrown out or suspended from games. So this is definitely not the way it's supposed to be. Let me play a couple of those videos for you. If I can't play a video due to copyright stuff, I won't, and you'll just listen to the voice, but I'll let you know who's speaking. I'm probably gonna play the video of what happened very shortly, so you can see his father walking up on Giannis. Then I'm gonna probably play Halliburton's response, then Giannis, what he thinks about it, and probably Stephen A. Smith at the end, just so you know. So let me show you that, guys. So here you can see Giannis Antetokounmpo at the center court, and there is Halliburton's father with that towel, waving it in front of Giannis Antetokounmpo, right in his face, screaming at him, because you can see. And then there's a player coming in, trying to get in between them, because he knew that Giannis was, you know, emotional, and he didn't want anything to transpire. So this is what happened. This is disgusting.
Had no idea it happened until I got to the back and was showed the video. Me and my pops have talked about that, and I don't agree with, you know, what transpired there from him. You know, I think basketball is basketball, and let's keep it on the court.
I believe, like, being humble in victory. That's how I am. Now there can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you gotta talk, and you know, it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won the championship. They haven't. You know, having somebody's that, which I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for his son, and I'm happy that he's happy for his son. That's how you're supposed to feel. But coming to me and disrespecting me and cursing at me, I think it's totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. It's not respectful. I talked with him at the end. I think we're in a good place.
The Indiana Pacers can't do this. Tyrese Haliburton is not overrated. The brother can ball, okay? And that's one of their star players. And the Indiana Pacers can't take the position that I am going to penalize the father of the star of one of our star players.
Can't do it.
You can't do that. The league can. The league can, and the league should. Now, Mr. Halliburton, I don't know him. I've met him once or twice. Obviously, he's a passionate fan of his son, and obviously he's an incredibly supportive father. But I think that this should go down as one of the most embarrassing moments of his life. He should be ashamed of himself. And I think that Mr. Halliburton needs to understand this is a very, very big deal. Your son sat on a podium in front of the media with the national television cameras rolling and said, "My dad was wrong." You have any idea how egregious that is? The son is having to check the father.
And he stole the shine from his son's moment.
Yeah, again, because, you know, you act like you out there playing. You know you're not. Your son is out there playing. And to clarify things for Shaq, because maybe Shaq didn't see this part, this man walked up and while everybody's celebrating, and Giannis is just standing there stunned that they blew a 7-point lead with just 40 seconds left, and just standing there shell-shocked and distraught. His father comes up waving whatever poster of his son in his face, and as Giannis said, was cussing at him and talking smack to him. What are you doing?
Beyond.
What are you doing?
Embarrassing.
You're not a player. You're not out there. You didn't. Even the players didn't do that to Giannis. So why would you do something like that?
Halliburton's dad later apologized on X. He said, "I sincerely apologize to Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Pacers organization for my actions following tonight's game. This was not a good reflection on our sport or my son, and I will not make that mistake again." I'd like to know what you guys think about this situation. I don't know if any of you saw it. Some of you probably did, some of you probably didn't. But now that you know what happened, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for watching.